Ladies and gentlemen, we are back. We are in the midst of the trial. The thing is not muted. I checked already. We have to figure out why that room that Sakura was in was locked. Let's do it.
Until we take care of that, we can't say this case has been properly settled.
I agree, Kyoko.
That part's easy.
Oh, apparently that part's easy.
After she killed Sakura, Toko just hid in the locker again.
Okay.
So she just hid in there till everyone showed up and opened the door? And while everything was all confused and hectic, she just snuck out of the locker into the group.
I think we proved why that couldn't be.
No, I don't think that's possible.
Yeah, because we saw the closed locker. The open locker, rather. I saw it for myself.
I got it! Even before we opened the door to the rec room, Hina and I both got a look inside.
Mm-hmm.
And at that point, the locker was already open.
Yep.
So obviously Toko couldn't have been hiding in there.
Okay.
Okay then, where was she hiding?
Not in the room.
I don't know. What's this whole locked room thing about anyway?
How do you not know? You killed her!
I think the fact that I don't know proves I didn't kill her. Thank you very much. You're lying.
No, she's not. I've been saying all along, there's still more to this case.
Mm-hmm.
But if Genocide Jill didn't do it, that means Ogre didn't die from the shot to the head.
Yeah.
And
Well, I can't imagine what else could have killed her.
that's because you're overlooking vital information.
Uh-huh. Yeah, the freaking the poison. It's like, it was so obvious. Yellow powder.
What was it that killed Ogre?
The yellow
It wasn't
powder.
from Genocide Jill's attack.
Uh-huh.
Then what was it?
There's no other possible cause. What killed Sakura? I can't think of anything other than the shot to her head. So you're dead set on blaming me, huh?
Okay, they want me to
was
use
it
the
that killed
Monokuma
Ogre?
file.
If it wasn't from Genocide Jill, then what was it?
There's no other that killed Sakura. I can't think of anything other than the shot.
Got it.
No, that's wrong.
True.
According to the Monokuma file, Sakura had vomited blood.
Uh-huh.
I think we can assume there's a chance this was related to her cause of death.
Righto.
In fact, there was even a trace of blood left around her mouth.
Correct.
Well, I mean, maybe when she got hit with the bottles, she cut the inside of her mouth.
Mm-hmm.
If that's all it was, the file wouldn't have specified vomited blood.
Mm-hmm.
Not to mention, I didn't find any cuts inside her mouth.
You even checked in there? God, you really are into dead bodies!
Gross.
No, I'm not into dead bodies. What I'm into is solving mysteries.
Told you, man. She's like Scooby-Doo.
But if there wasn't a cut or anything, then what made her vomit blood?
The poison!
Some sort of reaction within her body. Most likely, Sakura was poisoned.
Mm-hmm.
Poisoned?
That's right. This is the conclusion I've arrived at, and so there can be no mistake.
You're making me go all weak in the knees!
Oh my god, can we get the word? I don't know which of the two is worse.
Poisoned? It isn't possible.
It is possible.
Is it really so hard to believe? Then let me explain exactly how the culprit was able to poison her.
Mm-hmm.
You can explain it?
Of course you can.
Of course, if you don't mind.
Everyone quiet! Shut up and listen to Master!
But you're the only one talking.
The key to unlocking this mystery was hiding in the chem lab up on the 4th floor.
Yep.
Huh? Not in the rec room? Then I could have found it all along.
You never would have, since you gave up on the search the moment you were barred from the crime scene.
Yep.
Well, yeah, good point.
There's a big shelving unit in the chem lab that houses a variety of mixtures and chemicals.
Correct.
And that's where I found this.
C9.
Is that the poison?
Correct.
It's not an especially powerful poison, but it'll still kill you if you drink an entire bottle.
Mm-hmm.
But the specific properties don't matter. What does matter is where I found it.
Mm-hmm.
Where did you find it?
The shelf is divided up into 3 sections, A, B, and C.
Correct.
In Section A, dietary supplements. In B, reagents. And in C, a variety of lethal chemicals.
And that's where the poison came from? Section C?
I mean, it came from there, but it's not where...
That's the question, isn't it?
Yeah, it was in Section A.
The poison was actually in Section A, wasn't it?
But you just said that Section A was for supplements or whatever.
Not in C9's case.
Strange, isn't it? Why would there be a bottle of poison mixed in with all those nutritional additives?
Yeah, so? Why?
Because the culprit switched it out. That's why.
What do you mean?
I mean, this.
I couldn't believe my eyes when 10 million fireflies put the bottle of poisons to his lips and...
Master!
Uh-oh. We were shocked at what we were seeing. All we could stand there and watch, but as he was the most natural thing in the world, we go as calm as ever.
Ugh, that tastes awful.
Oh no! Master's in real trouble!
I'm confused.
You have to drink some water! You can't just swallow powder! It'll stick to your throat!
Also, it's poison.
Idiot! He just swallowed poison! We need to make him spit it out!
The flavor certainly makes me want to spit it out. What's so high quality about this stuff?
Huh? What are you talking about?
It's the protein powder.
I'm talking about the protein, of course.
Protein?
Can I see that bottle for a second?
Sure. Do whatever you like.
Yep. Put your finger to your tongue.
This is... It's protein powder.
Yep.
Correct. That wasn't poison in the bottle, but harmless protein powder. Which makes one wonder, the poison that should have been in that bottle, where did it go?
The protein oil. Okay, well, that's definitely protein. Protein drink. We're looking for an R. Looking for an R. Looking for an R. There it is. Looking for a T. Ah, dang, they scooted it away. Looking for a T again. There it is. E. N. D. Give me a D. I. N. N. We just need an N. Let's go. Protein drink.
Understand?
Let's go.
Poison must have been poured into the protein can.
Yeah.
If the protein's in the poison bottle, it seems only logical to assume the reverse is true, right?
Absolutely. The contents of each container were switched. So the protein was in the bottle of poison, and the poison was in the protein can.
Yeah.
Once you accept that, it becomes obvious how the culprit was able to get Sakura to drink the poison.
Holy crap!
All they had to do was hand her something there at the scene, and
I
she
hope
was happy
Aoi
to drink
didn't
the
just
poison
hand
herself.
her a protein shake and it killed her and we have to hang Aoi.
I got it!
I really am
You're
hoping
saying
she
they
killed
gave her
herself.
a protein drink, right?
A protein drink which actually contained a deadly poison.
What?
That's all it took to kill Sakura. That is the true cause of death.
Well, even if Aoi was the one that gave her the protein, she wasn't the one who switched it, so I still wouldn't assume.
No? I do remember Ogre saying that protein stuff was good for all kinds of aches and pains.
I don't know, man. I'm on edge.
So maybe she took it to try and help with the whole bleeding head wound thing.
But what
Okay.
was offered to her instead was a bottle full of poison.
Okay.
And I already know exactly who swapped the mixtures.
Who?
For real? Who was it?
Sakura?
Evidence revealing who replaced the two materials was left in the chem lab for anyone to see.
Okay. Was the footprints? The footprints in the powder.
I got it!
I got it.
The footprints left behind in front of the shelf.
Yep.
That's the evidence you're talking about, isn't it?
Uh-huh.
I visited the chem lab this morning, and there were definitely no footprints there at that point.
Uh-huh.
They must have appeared around the time of the murder, which leaves no doubt that they're connected. What's more, the footprints were in front of Section A, where I found the bottle meant for the poison.
Okay.
The culprit must have gone to Section A to swap the poison and protein, leaving their footprints behind. And given how clear the prints were, figuring out who they belong to will pose no problem.
Okay.
All we have to do is check everyone's footprints right now. Then we'll see who...
It was me.
Knew it. Oh no!
The footprints. They're mine.
Hina?
If you're all gonna find out anyway, I'd rather you hear it straight from me, you know?
Oh my god, this is gonna be tragic.
Ogre's killer was...
Yep. I did it. I killed Sakura.
Just
Huh?
as I suspected.
Oh wait, she meant to do it?
The footprints were made by a pair of sneakers. There was no mistaking it.
Uh-huh.
And the only people here who wear sneakers are...
Makoto and Hina. Well, I'm Makoto, so Hina.
I got it! Me and Hina are the only ones. Oh, so Byakuya. That explains why you...
They were not mine.
If the footprints didn't belong to Makoto, that left only one other possibility.
Just Hina.
Plus, Hina's been acting strange ever since the trial began. You were in an awful rush to get to the vote, weren't you? This whole time, you've been focused on pinning the crime on someone else, haven't you?
I can't believe it. Why?
I can't believe it.
That's what I just said, bro.
What about it can't you believe?
I thought they were, like kissing each other
Well,
and stuff.
It's just... the two of them were so close.
That's likely exactly why it turned out this way. Because they were so close, Sakura didn't think twice about it when Hina handed her the concoction. Hina used that trust to kill her. She deceived
Jiminy
the victim,
crickets.
and she tried to deceive all of us. I have to say, Hina, coming from you, this was a particularly nasty little scheme.
Hina, is
I
it
still
true?
don't. I don't know, man. I really am still hoping that she did
you
it to herself.
really kill Sakura?
This ain't cool, man.
And if you did, why? Why would you do
Wow.
that?
I found her. There in the rec room. She was hurt.
Okay.
She asked me to bring her that protein drink.
Okay.
But when I went to get the powder from the chem lab, it just occurred to me all of a sudden.
Now's my chance to kill her. That's what you thought, right? That's when you switched out the protein powder, and that's when you gave her the poisoned mixture.
Wow.
Then she downed it all at once.
Jesus.
And then
Hold it.
Hold it.
I'm not convinced.
Let's go. There's more twists and turns.
You're not about to claim she wouldn't kill a close friend, are you? You still don't get it, do you? The game we're playing here isn't so kind. Honeyed words like friendship don't matter here. What matters is outwitting the opponent, defeating them. Not a person alive would sacrifice themselves for another. In the end, we're all in it for ourselves. Just like how this girl sacrificed Sakura to save herself.
You say that, but I'm still not convinced.
Well, I'm lost in the
How
sauce.
many times do you plan to repeat yourself?
Don't misunderstand me. I'm not saying it because of some misguided sentimentalism. But there's
Okay.
still that one unsolved mystery, and I'm not convinced.
Okay.
Are you talking about the locked room problem?
Yeah.
Hina, if you really are the killer, explain it. How did you create that locked room?
Well, that doesn't matter. just because I'm guilty, that means I have to tell you everything?
I'm lost. What benefit does she have of taking the fall?
No, it doesn't. But the fact that you won't tell us concerns me.
Surely you're not. Do you honestly think Hina didn't actually kill her?
And if I do?
Impossible. She switched out the mixtures. She's the culprit. There's no way you can doubt this.
He's gonna blow a gasket if he's
Are
wrong.
you sure about that? Even ignoring the fact that I don't want to believe it, it just doesn't fit.
What doesn't fit?
I'm in the
I mean,
door.
Why would someone leave such a clear clue like a footprint? It's too obvious, too easy.
I don't know. Maybe she just. I mean, is it possible that she just doesn't want people to think she's so stupid that she killed her by
He's
accident?
right. It makes it look like you wanted people to suspect you.
I was just nervous. So, I didn't notice I'd left
I
a
have no
footprint.
idea what's happening.
You didn't notice?
Didn't notice.
Yeah, that's just how it was. What can I do?
Listen, Hina. Could you go into a bit more detail? Tell us more about when you switched the poison and the protein.
Okay.
How come? That doesn't matter.
Hina, please, I'd like to know too.
Fine.
Fine.
Waste your time if you like. It's clear that Hina is the culprit. There's nobody else to suspect. Nobody else could have possibly done it.
I mean, we definitely are running out of people to accuse, because, like, it wasn't Hiro, it wasn't Toko, it probably wasn't Byakuya, it wasn't me. Was it Byakuya?
Go ahead, Hina. Start from
Did
the moment you
Byakuya
arrived
switch
at the
the
chem lab.
things, and then Hina delivered the goods?
Well, right away, I went to Section C and got the poison.
Okay.
And is that when you spilled the powder in front of that part of the shelf?
Yeah. When I opened the bottle, I dropped it like an idiot.
I
Okay.
see. Okay then, go on.
So then I moved to Section A and got the protein powder, and that's where I switched them.
Okay.
Once I was done with that, I took the protein can that had the poison in it and left the room.
All right.
But I accidentally put the bottle filled with protein powder back on the wrong shelf.
Okay.
And because of that, everything I did got found out. And that's it.
That story you just told.
It's a load of malarkey.
First, you went to Section C to get the poison.
But there's no
Then
there's
moved
no
to Section A to
feet
get
prints.
the protein, right? Meaning you went from Section C to Section A. Do I have that correct?
Yeah.
But if that's true, the feet prints don't line up. The feet print should be over there. That's what happened. But it's not what happened.
Can you repeat that series of events one more
Okay,
time?
this game's got to stop doing this
What's
stuff.
wrong with you, Big Mac? You're being awfully pushy.
Great nickname.
It's the same thing no matter how many.
How long until we figure it out? Until I uncover the truth of this case. Okay, let's see what we need to do here. Make my argument. Footprints in the powder is definitely what I'm looking at right here.
First, I went to Section C.
Okay,
That's when I grabbed the poison.
does not matter to me.
And you spilled some of the powder on the ground in front of...
Yeah.
Okay.
And I grabbed the bottle.
Okay, and then?
I moved from Section C
Blam!
to Section A.
Don't even care what the other 7 panels are. Got him.
You said you went to get the poison from Section C. And that's
Yeah.
where you spilled the powder, right?
Yeah? What about it?
And after that, you said you moved from Section
Section C to Section A. There's
A
no
to get the-
footprints.
But the footprints left at the scene were not moving from Section C to Section A. That contradicts what you just said.
Uh-huh.
What?
What?
Then maybe she moved in some weird direction on purpose to disguise her movements?
No, that can't be it. Remember what Hina just said?
Uh-huh. I was nervous. I didn't notice I'd left the footprint.
What the? Hina, what's the meaning of this?
Well,
I'm so lost.
You lied to us. Plain and simple.
That's plain and simple,
If
but
you
I
look
still
at
don't understand the
footprints,
benefit.
Your movements in the chem lab are obvious. The powder had already been spilled when you came in, and you went straight to Section A.
Uh-huh.
So you never went to Section C. Whatever you did there, it only involved Section A.
Okay.
Well, you see...
What the hell? What's going on here?
And the
Byakuya?
footprints aren't the only problem with her account.
What?
I don't think he's nervous because he did it. I think he's nervous because he's wrong, and that freaks him out.
Before I explain that part, I'd like to submit some new evidence.
This video, Byakuya switching the
Evidence?
poisons.
Impossible, there can't be.
Are you sure? After all, you're the one that gave it to me.
That he went there this morning. And was it Byakuya?
I did?
He felt like an endgame boss
It
for
was hidden
sure.
inside the bottle of poison you gave me. I'm amazed you, of all people, would miss such a vital clue. A truly grave oversight.
Just say it already. What is it you think you found?
I
Okay.
found this.
A gun! Piece of glass.
It had sunk to the bottom of the bottle. And the hidden clue was exposed, thanks to you ingesting the powder. I couldn't have solved the mystery without you. So, thank you for that.
So there's broken glass in the poison bottle. Which means the poison bottle must have been in the room when I broke the glass. And Byakuya put it back.
But what is it?
Oh, you still don't realize? Well then. Makoto, why don't you explain it?
Huh?
Me? I think I'm onto it, right?
Fine. If you really do know, explain the meaning of that shard of glass.
Charlotte glass. Okay. I think I remember now. I broke something the same. Well, okay. The rec room window. Yeah.
I got it! It's part
I
of
still
the
don't get how he
window from
locked
the rec room
the door.
right?
The window?
The window we broke to get in was light blue, just like that.
Uh-huh.
So I think that must be it.
You're right. It must be. Of course, that leads to another question. How did a shard of glass from the window get inside this bottle of poison?
Because it was in the room.
What's so strange about that?
What's strange is that, according to what Hina told us,
Where was it the poison should have been when I broke the rec room window, according to what Hina told us. According to what Hina told us, when I broke the window, it should have been on Section A of the shelf.
I got it! The bottle of
couldn't
poison
have
was
been.
left on the shelf in the chem lab. That is what you said, right, Hina? And yet, somehow a piece of glass from the rec room window made its way into the bottle.
Everything Hina told us was a lie?
Well, we kind of pieced that
In
together,
reality,
right?
that bottle of poison most definitely found its way to the rec room.
What's happening?
It was there at least until the window got broken. In other words, when the locked room was
So, I
unlocked.
mean, it's only down to either Byakuya did some crazy mastermind stuff, or he's just peeved that he was wrong and Sakura did kill herself.
There's no other way to explain the presence of that glass in that bottle.
But why would someone have put it back?
And then, once the room was opened, the bottle somehow got moved back to the shelf in the chem lab. Meanwhile, the protein can we found at the crime scene was planted there.
Interesting. Because the glass was underneath it.
That had to be after the locked room was opened. In other words, after Sakura died.
Wait, hold on. You're moving too fast. I'll grant you, the bottle of poison may well have been in the rec room when it was locked.
Okay.
But how can you say the protein can was put there after the
Because
room
the
was
glass
unlocked?
was under the bottle.
We already know she was given the protein can with the poison inside, right? If that can wasn't there when she died, how did she get poisoned?
You're right. We do need to
She
explain
poisoned
that.
herself, I'm starting to think. I saw, and he's just so mad that he's not the
But
smartest.
before we do, there's something I'd like to confirm with everyone here. It has to do with the protein can.
Okay.
After Sakura's body was discovered, Did anyone move it or trip over it or anything like that?
No.
What are you talking about? Is this some kind of loaded question?
Not at all. Just answer to the best of your ability.
Well, no, not that I remember.
Yeah, me either.
Not me.
Same here. Yeah, me either.
Okay then, that settles it.
The glass couldn't have been under it unless it was
That
moved.
proves that the protein can found its way to the murder scene after the room was opened.
Okay.
Oh, come on! How can you say that?
Because the glass was under
How can
the
you know what I
protein
don't know?
can. You see, I knew it. He's mad. He's just mad because he doesn't know. She killed herself. Yeah, exactly. There was glass under the can. The glass under the can, bro. She came down in a bubble, bro. Source of the power, chem lab shelf, empty protein drink. I think this
When
might
it
be
comes to that
a
protein
contradiction.
can, there's not a doubt in my mind. Until the locked room was unlocked.
Okay.
It absolutely was not in there.
So you're saying someone planted it there after we got the door open?
No. No, that's impossible. It had to have been in there the whole time. It had to be. It was in there before the rec room was unlocked.
I have no idea. When the locked room was unlocked, in other words, when I broke the window, I can concentrate on that.
When it comes to that protein can, there's not a doubt in my mind.
Chem lab shelf.
Until the locked room was unlocked. It absolutely was not in there.
So you're saying
Source of the powder.
someone planted it there after we got the door open?
No. No, that's impossible. It had to have been in there the whole time. It had to be.
me
It was
scoop
in
this
there
up.
before the rec room was unlocked.
Okay, okay. When I was in there when I broke the window, then how could it have been on top of it?
When it comes to that protein can, there's not a doubt
Can I keep
in my
that
mind.
one? Nope.
Until the locked room was unlocked. It absolutely was not.
So you're saying someone planted?
No. It had to have been.
I'm
it had to
really
be. It was
lost.
in there before the rec room was unlocked.
When it comes to that
Is it
protein can, there's
right
not a doubt in my
here?
mind. Until the locked room was unlocked.
Nope. Until the locked room's unlocked, aka broke the glass.
Shoot!
When it comes to that protein can, there's not a doubt until the locked room was. It absolutely was not in
Until
there.
the locked room was unlocked.
So you're saying
Someone planted it?
No. No, it had to have been in there.
It had to be. It was in there before the rec room was unlocked.
Okay.
When it comes to that,
I feel
there's
like
not a
it's
doubt until the
this
locked
one?
room was unlocked.
F!
Shoot!
I'm doing my best. I'm trying. Okay.
When
So
it
let's
comes
try
to
it the
that
other way
protein,
around,
there's not a
shall
doubt
we?
Until the locked room was
Give me
unlocked.
this.
It absolutely was not in there.
so you're saying
Someone planted?
No.
It had to have been in there the whole time. It had to be. It was in there before the rec room was unlocked.
I have no idea. So we have before the room was unlocked and when the room was unlocked.
Shoot!
When it
And then
comes
we
to
have
that
empty protein
can,
drink.
there's
Chem
not a
lab
doubt in my
shelf.
mind. Until the locked room was unlocked. It absolutely was not in there.
so you're saying someone
Empty protein
planted
drink.
it there
Chem
after
lab
we got
shelf.
the door open?
Source of the powder.
No, that's impossible. It had to have been in there the whole time. It had to be. It was in there before the rec room was unlocked.
The locked room was unlocked, in other words, when I broke the window. Okay. When the locked room was unlocked, I broke the window.
When it comes to that protein can,
empty
there's
protein
not a doubt in
drink.
my mind. Until the locked room was unlocked.
I don't get it.
Shoot!
So all I can think of is shooting empty protein drink at that last
When it comes
one.
to that protein can, there's not a doubt until
And if that's not it, we're just in trouble.
Someone plant.
No. It had to have been in there the whole time. It had to be. It was in there before.
Oh my god.
No, that's
With
wrong.
one heart remaining, ladies and gentlemen.
You remember how there was broken glass
The
scattered all
two
around
sentences
the room,
were
right?
just too similar to each other.
Of course.
I'm a
It
stupid
came from
idiot.
the window you broke to get in. What about it?
Well, those pieces weren't just scattered around the protein can.
Oh, yeah, they were under
We
it.
also found pieces underneath the can.
What?
And this proves it. It shows that the can must have been put down on the floor after the window was broken.
Excellent point.
So it had to be after we got into the room.
Go us. Yeah.
I see. So that's your explanation. Kyoko, earlier when you asked if anyone had moved the can or tripped over it,
If that were the case, that would explain the can being on top of the glass.
So you asked everyone about it to eliminate that possibility right out of the gate.
Genius. Scooby-Doo level.
And that's made everything clear, hasn't it?
Very.
As long as it was a locked room, it only contained the bottle of poison and not the protein can. But once the room was opened up, they were switched. And
So
as a
someone
result-
living switched them. And it was Hina's footprints. So did she just switch them to make it look like Sakura didn't kill
The
herself?
protein can wound up in the rec room, and the bottle of poison returned to the chem lab.
if that's all true, then why did Sakura drink the poison? I thought we all agreed she was tricked into drinking it because of the protein can.
No, that's not why. The only explanation is she drank it from its original bottle, knowing exactly what it was.
Precisely. She was alone in a locked room. All she had was the poison. What other possibility is there?
You're saying she drank it knowing what it was? Such a ridiculous fiction is...
Exactly what happened.
Dun dun dun. I called it, sorta.
Then tell us already. Sorry. Please, tell us.
Before we get to that, we need to clarify one other thing.
Let's do it.
We need to establish who exactly got the poison from the chem lab and took it to the rec room.
I mean, it was Aoi. Or Hina,
It
however you
was
want to say.
Hina, right? She took it and gave it to Ogre.
What do you think, Makoto?
I mean, the one who brought it from... It had to have been Hina. Uh-oh.
Shoot!
I'm dead. F! Oh, originally got the poison. The person who originally got the poison and brought it to the... I thought they meant the switch. That's on me. So obviously Sakura did that. F. Oh no, I'm dead.
Is this really the end for all of us?
No, I would like to resume, please. Thank you. Yes, please. I'd like to give it another shot.
I refuse to give up yet.
That's on me. Sorry. I suck. 2 game overs.
You remember how there was broken glass?
Of course.
Well, those
Okay.
also
Yep.
and this, which
Boop
shows
bop
that
bop
so
beep
it
it
had
up.
to be
Boop bop beep it up. Boop bop beep it up.
And as long as it but one, the protein
That I thought we all...
Beep up.
The
Beep it
only
up.
explanation is
precisely.
You're such a...
Exactly.
Then tell her...
Before we get to that, we
Yes.
need...
Yeah, we're gonna
What do you
clarify.
think, Makoto?
What do I think? Great question. First, I'm so stupid. I'm so mad that I read that wrong. All right. It had to have been Sakura.
I got it. I think it was Sakura herself.
Uh-huh.
Huh? So Sakura, who was apparently murdered, just poisoned herself?
Yes.
What are you talking about? There's no way!
On the contrary, we know for a fact she went to the chem lab, right to the section full of poisons.
You're lying! Stop lying! Why? Why would you lie like that?
Not lying, she went to Section C. Kyoko already showed me the evidence I need. Now I have to hit it with it. Alright, it's the poison on the shoe. Poison on the shoe. Poison on the shoe. Oh my god, I have to do this to the third time.
You're a liar! What are you saying? Wrong! You're wrong! I'm telling you, I did it! Stop talking! You're a liar! Wrong! You're wrong! Wrong! You're wrong! I hate you! You're a liar! What are you saying? Wrong! You're wrong! I'm telling you, I did it! Stop talking!
Oh my god, dude, the rhythm section.
You're a liar!
Oh, I got her. Final strike. Yellow
Do you
powder.
have any kind of proof Sakura took the poison?
Yeah, I guess.
This should prove it.
I assumed it was gonna be the footprint, but it's the yellow powder.
Hina, did you know that Sakura's foot had a certain yellow powder stuck to it?
It did?
It did. The same yellow powder that had been spilled by the shelf in the chem lab. That powder was yellow, wasn't it?
It was.
So the powder we found on Sakura, what else could it be but the powder from the chem lab?
Wait. So, what was that powder doing on Ogre's foot?
And it was only on her instep, right?
Sakura must have been standing right there where the powder was spilled. So the person who spilled the powder by the shelf wasn't Hina, but Sakura. And when Sakura dropped the bottle, she dropped it away from where she was actually standing. Which is how she was able to avoid getting it all over herself. But the powder still got scattered around, and some of it must have wound up on her instep.
On her instep.
Is there any problem with my thinking?
I see
Why
none.
did Sakura pay a visit to Section C in the first place?
To do the
The only
deed.
explanation is that she was looking for poison. After all, that's all that section contained.
No! It was me!
I still don't understand your benefit from all this.
Because
She's about to break.
I killed her!
That wasn't a break. You doubled down.
You didn't kill her.
The one that killed Sakura. The next time we can Sakura on the poison, the unsolved mystery of the locked room. There's only one way to explain it. Select someone. This is awesome. This is why you've been able to scan over all these, because bam.
Here's my answer. The one who killed Sakura was Sakura herself.
Bada bing. Huh? What?
The killer was Sakura?
Dude, he's blown away.
Wait, so you're saying it was suicide?
It was.
I don't believe it. I don't believe it any more than I believe I can fly.
I can't believe it either. Or rather, I don't want to believe it.
Yeah.
But when you really think about it, everything matches up. Sakura went and got the poison. She barricaded herself in a room, and she drank it.
Yep.
All so she could end her own life.
Yep.
And that explains why we couldn't solve the mystery of the locked room.
Because she locked it.
I got it! The locked room mystery was created by Sakura.
I'm sure she locked herself in so nobody could stop her from doing what she did. She sat there, drank the poison, and breathed her last breath.
Yep.
And the empty bottle of poison rolled around the locked room until we came and opened it. At that point, someone grabbed the bottle and snuck it out of the room.
Hina.
And that was you, wasn't it, Hina? You did it to throw off the investigation, didn't you? When we found her body, you stayed right there near the door. Because you already knew Sakura was dead. And because the bottle of poison had rolled near the doorway.
That's when you picked up the bottle, right? I was too shocked to notice anything. And Kyoko was busy checking the body.
And the more I think about it, the more I realize how unusual your actions were.
I have to get the others. On shaky legs, she left the rec room.
You said you were going to go get everyone else. But your real intention was to go to the chem lab and switch out the containers, wasn't it?
Yep.
Once you were at the chem lab, you headed straight to the section where the protein powder was kept. There, you took the powder and poured it into the bottle of poison you'd grabbed from the rec room. When you left the lab, all you had was the empty protein can. Thinking about it like that, the footprints make perfect sense.
Genius.
When you were done, you gathered everyone together. And once you were back in the rec room...
I got everyone. Oh no. Oh, she's dead. Oh geez, she's been killed. Landed.
While everyone else was focused on Sakura, you quietly placed the can on the ground. Honestly, I should have noticed. You should have been the first one to run up to Sakura's lifeless body. The Hina I know never would have left her side in a situation like that.
Okay.
So, Sakura committed suicide. In order to hide this fact, Hina undertook a series of actions to undermine the investigation. As long as you could disguise the truth, you didn't care if we blamed you for her death. That's why you didn't bother to get rid of such obvious evidence, right? The footprints in the powder and the bottle of poison? Vital pieces of evidence, and yet...
So you're saying Hina consciously deceived us to make it look like she killed Sakura?
Yeah.
No.
All because you don't believe.
I killed her! I did it!
That's enough, Hina. It's over.
It's not! Nothing's over!
God, she's devastated.
It is. Actually, no. You're right.
Gotcha.
We have to end this properly.
Time to vote. What's this again? Oh, I have to do the thingy. All right. Byakuya gets a note. She hides in a locker. This is in the locker. This is here. Nope. This is here. And this is here. No. Well, that's the queen, so that's later. There's the knight, though. That's that one. Okay. Now she comes out of the locker, puts the magazine back, upside diddly down. She passes out, gets hit with the old double whammy. She runs out of the room, cleans it up, but she's fine. She goes, gets Chemical 9, chugs it. Oh no, she's dead. Hina pockets it. Pockets this. And bing bang boom. Dad's your uncle.
You! This case began when Sakura asked a number of people to meet her in the rec room. Specifically, those people were Hiro, Toko, and Byakuya.
Correct.
But one of them headed out a bit earlier than the others.
Toko. She hid in the locker.
She got there one step ahead of everyone else and looked around for a good hiding spot.
The locker? What do you mean? What do you freaking mean? That's her in the locker. What did I get? I'm freaking backwards? How was I supposed to know? There's no evidence. I find this one. Now send
The
it.
killer is you. But one of them headed out. She
Yeah, okay. So, that even though it looks like her coming out, sure.
and she found it. She crawled into the locker to get out of sight.
I guess there's no handprint I should have known. That's on me, I guess. Alright.
Then, from inside the locker, she saw Sakura enter the room.
Uh-huh.
Next to arrive was Hiro.
Yep.
When he got there, he mistakenly thought Sakura was going to try to kill him, so
Uh-huh.
he panicked.
Smash. Owie.
Without thinking, he grabbed a nearby Monokuma bottle and attacked Sakura with it.
Uh-huh.
Thinking he'd killed her, he hastily began covering up his crime. He took a magazine from the table and forged a dying message from Sakura.
Yep.
To that end, he wrote down a name.
Toko.
By writing her name, he was hoping to pin the murder on her.
Uh-huh. He
But of
runs.
course, Toko had witnessed the whole thing. So as soon as the coast was clear,
She emerges from the locker. Oh no, my name's
jumped
on
out of
this.
the
Not
locker
supposed to
and hid
be.
the magazine on the shelf with all the others.
Let's yeet this onto the magazine. Oops, did it upside down because I'm an
But
idiot.
in her rush, she made one little mistake. She put the magazine back upside down.
Uh-huh. Then
Soon
Sakura
after,
gets up.
she
Oh, my
watched
head.
as Sakura slowly opened her eyes.
she
She
passed
also saw
out.
the blood dripping off Sakura's head and fainted.
Uh-huh. Then we
This
got
caused her personality to switch back over to Genocide Jack.
the Jack or Jill, man. Make up
When
your
she
mind.
woke back up, her second personality also saw the blood-soaked Sakura.
Uh-huh.
And she freaked out.
Smash.
And just like Hiro, she grabbed another Monokuma bottle and attacked her.
Uh-huh.
This explains why there were 2 wounds on Sakura's head.
All this tracks.
Assuming Sakura really was dead this time, she set about disposing of the evidence.
Uh-huh.
She gathered up the broken Monokuma bottle shards and the queen chess piece.
And skedaddled.
And that explains how Sakura was attacked twice with the same type of weapon.
Mm-hmm.
But even after those 2 blows, she was still alive.
Uh-huh.
So then, what was Sakura's actual cause of death?
Chemical X.
It was the poison that Sakura herself got from the chem lab.
Uh-huh.
She turned the rec room into a true locked room scenario.
They're
and
really
then
using this
drank the deadly
buzzword.
mixture.
Chug
And
jug.
there, she took her final breath.
Uh-huh.
Later on, the rest of us discovered that her body was in there.
Uh-huh.
We
So,
had to smash the door's window to get inside.
mm-hmm.
But someone already knew what had happened. Knew that she had committed suicide.
Owie.
And
Poppin'.
that same someone quietly snatched the bottle of poison from off the ground.
Uh-huh. Oh no,
While
that's
nobody was
Chemical
looking,
X, buddy.
Replaced it with an empty protein can. They did all this specifically to place all the suspicion on themselves in an attempt to guide the trial to a false conclusion.
So that everyone would die?
And the one who went to all that effort
I still don't understand the... Owie.
was you, Hina.
But why? I still don't understand the logic.
That's the full truth of the case.
Jeez.
Sakura took her own life,
Uh-huh.
and you claim to be the killer to hide that fact.
It
Isn't
was
that right?
just a...
That's what happened? But, Makoto, how did you manage to...
Be smarter than you.
How were you able to uncover the truth that even I couldn't discern?
Give me the option to tell him I'm smarter than him.
Oh, well, I mean,
You still haven't realized?
Say it.
We don't all act according to calculations and cost-benefit diagrams.
Tell me.
That's what makes us so complicated.
Say it.
That's what you don't understand. And that's why you couldn't solve this case.
Because this was a passion project.
See? Didn't I tell you? When you dismiss other people's feelings, it'll always come back to bite you in the end.
Got it, stupid idiot. So, it's just over. Yeah, let's see.
Okay. I think we can all agree you made your point.
So we vote still?
Did you guys forget already? You still haven't voted yet.
Oh yeah, that's right.
You seriously forgot? I can feel my energy draining out of me. Well, whatever. You don't really have a choice anyway. You just gotta do it.
Well, we're gonna do it.
Maybe you don't want to, but please grab your lever and
so we vote for
your
Sakura.
So, who will be chosen as the blackened? Will you make the right choice or the dreadfully wrong one?
The right one.
What's it gonna be?
It's gonna be the right one. It's interesting, but yeah. Sakura herself. You admit it yourself, you kill her yourself.
Okay.
That's right, and the one who killed Sakura was Sakura herself. Okay, we're done here, bye.
What did you
So
say?
that's the whole truth, huh? I see, but there's still one thing I don't understand.
Come on.
You know, why did you try to cover up what happened? If the truth hadn't come to light, you would have died along with the rest of us, and yet why did you do that?
Don't be mean.
Yeah, we almost died there.
What is this?
Because that's exactly what I wanted, bro. You're crazy. What? I mean, the reason Sakura died is because all you pushed her into a corner. You all killed her, so that's why.
You should have
I
been
couldn't let her be the
die.
only one that died. Dang, you're getting a little.
What?
You don't mean you were gonna take us all with you? We have to atone for our sins because everyone, even me, we all killed her. We all have to pay for our crimes. For serious? That's.
What is
I
this?
don't understand. Let me explain. Do you realize just how much despair Sakura was carrying with her when she died? Look at this. Such brutality has made me desperate. So instead of just waiting to be killed, I'll do it by my own hand. That's found it on the ground in front of the rec room. It's Sakura's suicide note. Suicide note. Thinking back, I should have seen it coming. Which right after Genocide Jacket attacked me, Sakura got mad and stormed out of the nurse's office. I ran out after her and Sakura, calm down. You don't have to worry about me. I'm fine. I can't calm down. I don't care if I suffer for this. It's my fault after all. But now you're suffering because of me? You tried to protect me, but because of me, my closest friend got hurt. Sakura, because of me, my friends are all going to kill each other. This is all my responsibility. Sakura thought she was responsible. She thought everything was her fault, which is why she wanted to find some way to get everyone to forgive her. So she asked to meet with them. You asked to meet those three? You can. Don't you see how dangerous that is? Don't worry, I just want to talk to them. Talk about what? Listen, don't do it. They all gang up on you at once, even you, Hina. Please don't think of things like that. They're not my enemy. They're friends. Sakura. She completely believed in all of us. If you just talked to her, you would have understood she was a friend to all of us, and yet...
Why?
And yet... yeah, I guess they did all just kind of smash her. You trampled all over her feelings, then you did the unthinkable. No, that was just a misunderstanding. Don't stand there and call it a misunderstanding. She believed in you, and you wouldn't even listen to what she had to say. Without asking a single question, you tried to kill her. Do you have any idea how desperate she was, seeing you act like that? That's what her suicide note means. So instead of just waiting to be killed, I'll do it by my own hand. That's how far you pushed her. Sakura, what happened to you? Hina, you came. Wait right here, I'll help you out. Hina. Huh? I'm so glad I got to meet you. What's wrong, Sakura? Why are you talking like that? I have a favor to ask. A favor?
Some protein.
I'd like some protein. Could I ask you to... Yeah, you got it. Just hang on. I'll be right back. That was the last conversation I had with her. I went to the chem lab to get the protein she'd asked for. When I got there, I saw the powder, and that's when I realized I saw that someone had taken something from the poison shell, Sakura, so I ran back to the rec room as fast as I could. By the time I got there, it was already too late. Sakura, let me in. Please open the door.
Why?
Why? Why? Why did she have to die? She had weakness just like any other person. If she got cut, she bled. If someone hurt her, she felt it. That's weakness. That's normal. And yet, you all blamed her. I tried to protect her. I suffered for it, and that just added to the weight she had to carry. I didn't even realize it. Hina. We killed her. All of us. We pushed her into a corner and we murdered her.
Why?
People like us shouldn't be allowed to live. That's why you tried to lead us astray. You did your best to make us arrive at the wrong conclusion during the class trial. Sakura died hating all of us. I wanted her to free her of her regrets. But even that got found out in the end. I wasn't able to do anything for her. I could never face her after this.
Hey!
Sorry to interrupt, but when you're about to deliver the final tearjerker, but it's just taking so long. I'm about to fall asleep over here. I mean, do you really have any idea what Sakura was actually thinking when she died? What did you say? Everything you said is nothing but your interpretation, right? Your own opinion of her suicide note meant? Of course I know what she was thinking, because her and me...
In other words...
Well, what I'm trying to say is, don't you think the entire foundation is shaky? What if it was really like this?
What the heck?
What is that?
Of course.
Isn't it obvious?
Yep.
A suicide note. Sakura's suicide note. What? But Hina already... Oh, I wrote that one. It was all me, baby. This is the one Sakura addressed to Hina and put in her room. What? Then you lied to me? Oh, don't say lying. Sounds so dirty. I just thought I'd liven things up a bit. I can't help it, but you totally took my scribbles like at face value. I didn't even have Sakura's signature on it. You filthy little... I'm not filthy, I didn't do anything. Did I falsify evidence? Did I affect the outcome of the class trial? The case played out between you alone, and you were the ones jerking on each other around. Heck, even if the will had factored in, it still would have been between you guys. So what's the problem? This is all part of the production process. Okay, end scene, cut.
And?
So then, what did she write in her real suicide note? I'm glad you asked. For your benefit, I shall read it using my melodic, angelic, harmonic narrator voice. But you know, haven't you ever been curious about the whole suicide thing? Who came up with the idea of leaving a note when you kill yourself in the first place? And it's just so unfortunate. Killing yourself is just so final, you know? You can never hear the rest of their story. The truth is lost in darkness. Give me the willies. Could you get on with it, please?
Yes, indeed.
Okay, geez, let's talk about a buzzkill. All right, here we go. My good friend Hina, there's something I have to tell you. I hate to do it like this, but you need to know. This is my final wish.
As you know, I've been giving information to the one who's imprisoned you here.
It was our first night in the strange school that the mastermind came to see me.
The mastermind took control of my family's dojo and demanded I become their tool.
You may not see the importance of a dojo, but my family has watched over it for 300 years.
I couldn't let it be destroyed under my watch, so even if it meant my own life, I had to protect it.
Okay, dojo stuff.
That's how I saw things.
However, that was my greatest weakness, and because of that, I made the mistake of giving in to the mastermind.
And what the mastermind wanted from me was nothing less than murder.
They were probably worried that until the first murder happened, nothing would move forward. But what neither the mastermind nor I expected was the incident involving Sayaka. At that point, the plan changed. The mastermind told me to hold off, to wait until we reached another stalemate.
However, as I lived here with all of you...
Sorry to interrupt.
As I lived here with Hina, my resolve began to weaken.
Watching everyone fight with such despair, trying desperately to stay alive, I saw the weakness in my own heart, the mistakes coming to the mastermind. And more than anything...
I cannot betray those who would call me their friend.
That's how I came to feel. So that's why Sakura...
I've made a decision. I will no longer retreat. No longer compromise. No longer regret. I've made my decision. I'm going to resist you.
Get got. Of course, because of that, I decided to reveal her secret, which made everyone else hate her. Her decision to stay true to all of you led directly to all of you hating her for it. Ironic, isn't it? Or maybe oxymoronic, or just moronic?
Of course, I understand if you all hate me. All of this is because of my own weakness.
I'm perfectly willing to accept whatever attack you may want to make on me.
So this is my atonement for betraying you. That's what I had in mind.
But unfortunately, that's not enough. This won't end with just me accepting your hatred.
My own situation has started having an effect on more people than just me. which is exactly what the Mastermind wanted when they revealed my betrayal.
My betrayal brought suspicion, disharmony. The Mastermind knew that eventually it would escalate into someone murdering someone else.
Of course, I'm still responsible for that as well.
I have an obligation to get this situation under control, and to fulfill that obligation, I have decided to do as the Mastermind has commanded. I will do as I was told and commit murder.
I've decided the one I'm going to kill is myself.
If the Mastermind demands that I kill someone, then that someone will be me. Then my dojo will be safe, and above all else, none of you will have to kill anyone. When I die, the source of conflict among you all dies with me. For that, I'm willing to give up my life.
If it can save you, then sacrificing my own life could have no greater meaning. Whatever you think of me, please know that you are all my most treasured friends.
I've never had people like you in my life.
Huh?
Then Sakura didn't feel cornered? She didn't die hating
No
us?
way!
She wanted to stop us from fighting, to protect us?
Correct.
She didn't end her own life because she was weak. Quite the opposite, in fact. She was strong. Too strong. That's why she killed herself. She chose death for herself in order to protect the rest of us. To sacrifice so much, no normal person could do that.
However,
It was only her limitless strength that made it possible.
Finally, Hina, I want to apologize to you especially.
The reason I didn't tell you any of this is because I knew you would try to stop me. I'm really, truly sorry, but don't be sad. If I can thwart the Mastermind's plan, if I can keep you from killing each other, that's enough for me. This is the path that I've chosen. This is the only way I've left to distinguish myself. You can use this note to bring the clash trial to a quick end. I'm so sorry to ask you to do something so unpleasant, but I have to leave the rest to you. Please talk to Byakuya, Toko, and Hiro on my behalf. I can't tell anyone about my plan while I'm alive, but I wanted you to understand why I'm doing this. In the end, though, I hope to show myself through the actions and not words. Hopefully then they'll see.
I never saw you as my enemy. You were only ever my friend, who I wanted to help as much as possible. Hina, whatever it takes, survive. Survive along with everyone else. No matter what, just survive.
But...
This is... I didn't understand how she felt, not at all. Oh, we were close and still.
What are you gonna
But in
do?
the end, all our meddling was like totally pointless. She died so you guys wouldn't try to kill each other, but you almost ended up doing it anyway. Thanks to you, her death had no purpose at all. In fact, it was because of her stupid meddling that the rest of you almost nearly bit the big one. She deserves all the blame. Everyone blame her. Go ahead, she deserves it. Woohoo, now then, the next victim has been decided. What do you mean next victim? Nobody here blames anyone. Huh? First of all, you're in the wrong for tricking Hina with that fake suicide note. And plus, Sakura's death wasn't a waste. Huh? Because she made us remember, we're not enemies and that hate each other. We're friends who need to work together.
You know?
Damn straight. This is all because of our misplaced hatred.
Well?
I don't blame her, I can't blame her, and nobody can blame Hina either. What? Whether or not there was a spy never really mattered, because the one we need to destroy is you, nobody else. What the heck? This is not how it's supposed to go. But anyway, are you sure about that? The killing game is a competition between all of you, remember? Your enemy is each other. He's absolutely right about that. Ah, lovely. Byakuya, you understand, don't you? This is a life or death elimination match. The only way to survive is to win. There can be no doubt that those are the rules of the game. Which is why I'm bowing out of the game. Huh?
Naturally.
Sakura and Hina were both willing to sacrifice their own lives to deny the reality of the game. Thanks to them, it would appear the others have cast aside their fear for this game.
Don't make me.
There's no
repeat
point
myself.
participating in the game which has lost the sense of excitement, which is why I will no longer be participating in it. What's going on here? Now I have only one thing to look forward to, and that is the heap of harshest possible punishment onto the one that thinks they can control me. Byakuya, does this mean? Don't misunderstand, I haven't been moved by some thoughtless sentimentalism, if that's what you were thinking. Wherever Master goes, I go, and if the Mastermind turns out to be a guy, maybe I can catch on fire. Everyone.
hey,
Well, now can you say that Sakura's death had no meaning? How boring. But nothing good can come of this. I'm still gonna be the one having the fun time.
Heck?
The fun time? Anyway, let's forget about the good for nothing backstabber and get back on track.
You want me to
It's the one
punish
I'm
you
winning for.
guys?
Punishment time.
What?
Wait, but Sakura was technically the killer, right? And she's dead. You're not gonna...
But...
Is it me?
Wrong.
Oh heavens no, just because the login is dead doesn't mean I can't just sub in whatever old student I want. What? Didn't I tell you in very particular about bear times 1 rule?
Listen up.
But I spent so much time preparing my social punishment, it'd be a shame to let it go to waste. So I prepared a special guest? A special guest? Let's give everything you got. It's punishment time. What? No. No! Unnecessary! Computer Chihiro did nothing wrong. Tragic. Oh man, pour one out for freaking alter ego. F. Oh, that sucks. Here I was thinking I was gonna get through this class trial without getting a copyright claim. Guess not. They found Chihiro. I was really afraid he, I mean, like, not the, I mean, this is the whole AI versus real person thing, but like I was gonna say, thank God you didn't grab a student, but like I am still very upset about that. You suck, man. You turned him into a mangled hunk of junk. Whew, that really took it out of me. Maybe I'll go grill a plate of chicken. After all, they say up for post-workout grub chicken's where it's all at. I don't know about that grilled goodness. Fried, broiled, give me a break. The color, the smell, the succulent grilled is where it's at. Ha I realize how dangerous it could be, but still I have to do this. I'm scared, but I can handle it. I don't really understand why, but when I think about everyone else, my courage starts to grow. You might think I'm just some inhuman AI, but it's true, so it's okay. If it's for the sake of everyone else, I won't be afraid. Alter Ego's words raced through my heart and soul, and my disbelief gave way to raw anger. The anger turned into fury, black and muddy and boiling over. It bubbled up through my body, quickly overflowing and shot out of my mouth. How dare you? That was my friend. How dare you kill him?
What's the matter?
Huh? You were friends with a laptop? That's pretty pathetic. What's next? Friends with a basketball? Shut the hell up. He wasn't just a laptop, he was my friend, and you killed him. Is this what you call animism, where souls dwell within all things, even like laptops? Well, you can call it whatever you want. Bottom line is, it got in my way. I was trying to find things out all sneaky.
Just as I thought.
So you finally noticed him.
Actually...
Finally, no. I knew about him from the very beginning. I knew Chihiro was doing something with the laptop, and I knew you were using it to analyze data. I knew exactly how it was going to play out from the start. What?
What are you thinking?
You knew and you were still cocky enough to let us take the plunge?
Yep.
Well, I mean, the data on the laptop, it was, I guess you could call it a gift from me to you. Or maybe more like a reward, not for being such able to unlock something so difficult.
Hey,
So, of course, I didn't care if you got access to that. But sneaking into the network was just too personal, so I had to do a little, you know, reformatting.
I want to be able to help.
I want to keep being helpful to everyone. I want to work as hard as everyone else so that we can all get out of here. Alter Ego wanted to fight for us. He wanted to help at his own risk of his own life. And for that, he was killed. Ooh, yeah, the punishment time has made me feel a billion times better. Experiencing a meaningless death is so soothing. It makes you remember that every low can get even lower. No, his death wasn't meaningless either. Everybody who's died so far, the deaths of each and every one of our friends, they all make us stronger. I swear to God, someday you will pay for this. Holy moly, you're super mad, like just unreasonably upset. Oh, hey, time to bring things to a close. But before that, I need to read the postscript.
What?
Postscript?
Yep.
Yeah, there's still a bit more of Sakura's note left. Are you serious, man? I'm an hour and 7 minutes in. Do I pretend it? Okay, here we go. Prepare your ears for the dulcet tones of yours truly. One other thing, Hina, there's something I'd like you to tell the others. Hopefully it will act as a clue to help you all unravel the mystery of this school. What? A clue?
Hina.
I've spoken with the Mastermind off and on the whole time I've been here, and so I've learned one thing, which is the Mastermind has done something to us. I think what they've done is... Oopsie daisy, that was a close one. Another word, we would have been hip deep in spoiler territory. Okay, I don't want to ruin the surprise, so book club is dismissed for today. What? You can't just stop at the most important bit. It makes your brain rumble and tumble, huh? It makes you so mad you don't even freaking know, huh?
You guys...
That's the whole point, stupid. It's to get back at all you for hardening your resolve. Fine, but at least Sakura's note. Like, I never let your greasy balls have it. But...
Too bad.
Sucks for you, loser. Wait, what's this?
What?
What is it now?
What?
There's one last line in the note. And let me just say this to the Mastermind. I'm not going to just lay down and die. I will fight you, you jerk. No matter what. And that's seriously it. Oh, wow, that's stubborn loser, huh? She won't be able to lay down and die. She will fight you. Well, whatever. Who cares what some dead muscle has to say?
Well?
Okay, I'm out of here. You guys should try to get some rest, you know? And maybe take some time to reconsider how you approach this school life of yours. Are you sure you don't want to graduate? You can really cut free from the regrets of the outside world. Woohoo, think about it. Think long, think hard. Those were his parting words to us before disappearing. But what was that all about? Sakura's final message, our last clue to help us solve the mystery of this school. The mastermind did something to us? Kyoko said something like that before, didn't she? It was after Celeste's trial was over.
You.
What did you do? What did you do to my body?
Ooh.
What?
Hey.
Answer me. What did you do to my body? The mastermind did something to our bodies. What are they saying the mastermind did? What did the mastermind do to us? I mean, did the mastermind plant a bomb on us or something? A Suicide Squad style? And we try to leave the school, our sensors go up and the bomb explodes? I've seen stuff like that in movies. Yeah, dude, it's Suicide Squad. In comics, it's Suicide Squad. So it's not totally unheard of. No, I feel awful thinking about it. I can't afford to acknowledge thoughts like that.
Yo.
So the class trial is over and Monokuma's gone, so now what do we do?
Yes.
What else is there other than to head back up? Oh yeah, okay, let's get out of here. But you must still feel responsible. Dial back that ego a bit, girl. That kind of mystery someone like you could pose is absolutely the kind of mystery someone like you could pose is absolutely no threat.
Not possible.
I would never have lost that kind of challenge. What are you talking about? Kyoko and Makoto are the ones that figured everything out.
Stop talking.
Shut up. Seriously, I'm sorry. How many times do you plan to apologize? How about you make that the last one? I haven't reached a point where I need someone apologizing to me more than once.
Sorry.
Okay, I see what you mean. Then I'll try. Huh? That totally wasn't normal, right? Did she just capture his flag?
No.
No. I can't suffer the existence of someone who would disturb the romance between me and my master. What are you talking about? That's absolutely not what happened here. Why would I ever go for a sleazeball like him?
What did you say?
Sleazeball?
What the heck?
That's right, I called you a sleazeball because you are a sleazeball. Apparently you still have a death wish. Oh, more biting sarcasm. No wonder you don't have any friends.
No.
Hey, stop playing with Master. You're making me jealous. I want to be abuse, give and take me. I guess it's not easy for everyone to act like friends. Well, that's just how it is for now. Alright, it's probably going to be one, like, closing moment of this chapter. And so Sakura's class trial came to an end, and we returned to the Peeps Academy. The story wasn't even close to over. Time kept marching on. We went back to our rooms, and before long, night snuck up on us. Ding dong, bing bong. Oh, you know what? Maybe because of all that information in the note, there isn't like going to be like a ghost or, some of the wacky stuff they've been doing. Let's see if this is a normal nighttime message. 10 p.m. Nighttime.
The doors to the... Okay, then.
Bed bugs. Okay. Not to sleep. Couldn't remember the last time I'd fallen in such a deep sleep. But the night still wasn't over for me. A voice. I hear a voice. You know they're never letting you off the hook. Wake up, huh? The voice dragged on from a deep slumber in a hazy half-conscious. My eyelids were lead. Okay, I'm waking up. Oh, it's Kyoko.
Kyoko?
Kyoko, what's up?
It's me.
Hello, Kyoko.
Huh? Kyoko?
Yeah.
I said yes.
So Kyoko's here.
Wait, what?
What's up, Kyoko? In a flash, I was wide awake. What are you doing here?
It's true.
I'm here to wake you up. Oh, I see. Wait, but my door. It was unlocked. You're unbelievably careless. It was unlocked? Are you serious? Always, and you don't have to overreact like that every time you're surprised. What time is it?
Correct.
3 o'clock in the morning, of course. It's 3 a.m.? Why was Kyoko waking me up at this hour? We're gonna find out next time. That's right, Kyoko's just gonna stand there and wait for us. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you guys so much for watching this long episode. These class trials tend to run quite long, but that's just how it is, By the time tomorrow rolls around, there might be some more Danganronpa. I've recorded like 5 episodes already, and time just keeps marching on. School's started. I'm doing some schoolwork, but I'm gonna try and squeeze some more in there. I really do want to get to the end of this game before it's like really hard for me to record new episodes. But according to this freaking trial, we are only about halfway done with the game, so there's so much game left. So we're gonna have to see. But thank you so much. Like, comment, subscribe if I didn't say that already. And I will catch you guys real soon. Peace.